Welcome to Need That Podcast, episode 2 of Need That Podcast. I'm Kevin Q. I'm here with Zach Brown and Brian Tran.
Yo.
We're running it back. We're doing it. We out here. We out here. We are out here. Bum, 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 bum.
I mean, technically...
Wait, will we get copyright for that?
Technically, we're in here.
That's what I was going to say. Thank you, Brian. I was going to say, technically, we're in here.
Don't do
we're
me
in
like
here.
this. Don't do me like that.
No, I don't think we can get copyrighted for that. Or if we do, then that means we made it, I think.
Honestly, I don't
if we're
know.
big enough to get copyrighted by fucking insert whoever the bum.
Susan.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Is it still Susan?
Probably.
That's the only one I know. So that's the only one from YouTube.
Honestly, yeah, but it's not for any good reasons.
Never. Anytime you hear Susan, it's following nothing good.
And if you're for Susan, then I can't.
And Susan, if you're listening to this,
then we made it.
You know what? Put us on the trending one time.
Radar. Let's get on the radar. All this Susan YouTube slander. Let's get it.
Speaking of YouTube, honestly, there's been a lot of YouTube drama. I wouldn't even say YouTube drama, but Mr. Beast. I want to talk about this last week, but Mr. Beast, you know, everyone knows who Mr. Beast is, right?
Yeah.
Mr.
Vaguely,
Beast.
like, okay. That's a lie. I know who Mr. Beast is, but like, I have never watched a Mr. Beast video because it seems odd to me. I don't know. But also, I don't get how he's just rich as fuck and just able to do all this crazy shit.
All of his videos go super viral. Like have you ever heard of like the Squid Game video that he did?
Well, when I was looking into some of the topics for today, I saw that. I did see like a headline for that. I didn't know about that though. No, his videos don't like pop up on my YouTube algorithm or anything like that. Because like I said, I've never watched a Mr. Beast video. And I know who he is. I've seen of him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I just never delved into it. Like I said, it's weird to me. I don't know. It's just like he has too much money. I feel like,
dude, he's
but he's not doing anything terrible with it. You know what I mean? Like he's not like he's like doing cool shit with it, doing whatever. You know, like people say rich people should do this, that, and the third, and that's what he's doing.
Here, let me break down real quick because Mr. Beast, he's honestly, I think he's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy because he's like he's one of the most like subscribed YouTubers.
I think
on the platform.
On the one article I read, it said that he surpassed PewDiePie in November.
Well, that also might be because he has a bunch of different channels as well. So that might be what they're accounting for. Because he has like a Spanish channel, he has a philanthropist channel, he has all these types of channels.
So it might just be the collection of his subscribers that has
that might
surpassed.
Be
yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, not too knowledgeable. Just the one article, literally the one article, the only article I read outside of some headlines said that he overtook the YouTube throne from the boy PewDiePie.
Yeah, no,
which is also another YouTuber that I never got into because I thought he was annoying as fuck.
Same. Oh, yeah, same. But okay, so Mr. Beast, not too long ago, he posted a video where let's go into the backstory. He posted a video where he cures blindness for people, 1,000 people.
Oddly enough, I did see that thumbnail. That thumbnail did pop up on my YouTube algorithm when it came out. It was like one day ago, and I was like, I'm definitely not watching that. That seems weird.
But he's been getting a lot of hate for it because, well, let's go into the actual video because he cured blindness for 1,000 people. And I think for the procedure, it cost a few $1,000 for the whole procedure. It only takes like 10, 15 minutes for the procedure, which is very simple, not that costly to cure blindness for the results. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah. For what you're doing, yeah, it's not, terribly taxing.
So because he made it a video and like monetized it, people were getting on him because I guess this isn't a charity. This is more so you're doing this for money. And people are thinking, oh, instead of just doing this out of the kindness of your heart, you're capitalizing on these people that can't see and giving them vision. So I guess where I want to go about this is, what do you guys think?
You want to go, Brian? Or
yeah, I don't think people have a right to really say anything if they're not doing something themselves about that, because a lot of people have, the word is too big for me to say right now, but a lot of people have like humanitarian, like I'll bring up Mark Cuban's, like, recently he had started a pharmacy that pretty much cuts the price of drugs and ships them out to people who need those, like insulin and stuff like that. It's really nice for the people that can't afford insulin at the regular prices, but he is making money from it. Would you say it's a bad thing as a result?
No, not necessarily.
So I don't really see a problem with like Mr. Beast's way of approaching that, because yeah, he is making money from it. That's like a given. Everybody knows that. But unless you are in that position where you're also giving to people that need those type of things, why should you focus your energy on criticizing somebody who you probably don't talk to, never met, and don't see in person?
That's true. That's true. What do you think about it, Zach?
So I do have a little tangent to go off on.
Oh boy.
Because of the article that I read, and I just don't get why people are upset. Like, okay, he monetized it. He also spent a bunch of money to do it, and he helped people out. Isn't that the main thing? You know what I mean? Like, and if he wants to continue helping people out, okay, then what's all the hullabaloo about him monetizing a video, which is just going to go into more money about, for him to help people and do crazy videos and shit. I saw these, like tweet replies in the article, and it was just, people seem so hypocritical in a singular tweet because you're complaining about a rich person being rich and then helping someone out. You're mad about, that's what I don't understand what people are mad about. He's just helping people out.
You know what?
And he's shedding light on hey, this procedure isn't like you're saying, doesn't cost too much. You know what I mean? And it doesn't take too long to do. It helps people out a lot. Removing cataracts. I remember, I don't know what grade it was, but I remember watching a video back in school of a doctor who went to like North or South Korea or something like that. And that's what they did for like a bunch of people with cataracts. They did that surgery, cured their blindness or whatever. And, they fucking took a video of it. They monetized it in a sense, you know what I mean? It was like a whole documentary sort of thing. Then Mr. Beast goes over here and does it. And I didn't watch the video because it was weird to me. Mr. Beast is a weird enigma, you know what I mean? But like, I didn't see anything wrong with it when I was reading the article, you know what I mean? So I don't think it's an issue personally. I mean, okay, he monetized it, but at the same time, is that what the issue is with people? I mean, they think that him monetizing the video is a bad thing to do when he's going to take that money and, what if, in a sense, what if this money from the YouTube or whatever? Because for one, I don't know how much it costs to cure 1,000 people with their fucking blindness, but it has to cost a lot of money. And I highly doubt he's profiting off of the YouTube monetization from it.
I think it was like 3,000 or something like that. I don't know. Every time I look or watch a video or do some research on it, it's like 1,000, 3,000, 10,000. It's always a different number. No one knows.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure.
Did he get the Sam's Club in bulk discount? Like, did he get the Costco discount on it?
There's got to be a discount when you're doing that many. But I think a lot of people are more mad that seeing rich people in a position where they can help, quote unquote, help, where they would say, quote unquote, help.
Yeah.
And saying that, oh, this is an actual charity. Like, you're not just doing this out of the kindness of your heart. You're doing this for tax purposes. You're doing this for whatever, XX. You're doing this for profit. This is for your gain. And even though you cured blindness for 1,000 people, you're the devil.
Well, so be it, dude. Like, does it stop like the effort or the fact that like he did actually help people? If I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where people will go out and record themselves feeding like homeless people or giving them like a meal or something nice for the night. And then people are like, well, you recorded it, so it doesn't make it good.
I feel like that's not even in the same vein as what this is. Like, it is, you know what I mean? But it's just so much on a bigger scale, I guess. And it's not, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, he spent a lot of money making the video itself. not even just like, well, not just making the video, but like getting the resources to find 1,000 blind people. Just think in your whole life, how many blind people have you seen?
That is true.
Who thought of that? Like, who would really think of helping?
Nobody.
Yeah,
Hold
like-
on. Most people aren't even trying to hold the door for the blind person behind them when they walking in the building. So
I'm trying to see him walk in the door. I'm trying to see I want to see that blind guy walk into the door. Let's go.
You purposely close the door behind you just to see what
Oh,
happens.
no, yeah, it's open, bud. No, trust me, it's open. It's open.
You got it.
One more big quick step. Just trust that it's open. But hold on, I do have to say, because the first thing I saw, or the first thing I thought when I saw the thumbnail for this specific Mr. Beast video is I was like, this dude has to be writing this off on his taxes, right? Like, that is the first fucking thing I thought. But I don't think he's a bad person for it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's doing anything wrong.
Well, he definitely did.
Yeah, 100%.
That's 300. That's like 300K. That's easy.
I definitely thought, I was like, yeah, it's tax season. This dude's writing this off as an expense 100%.
Expense.
100%.
I just hope those same people are keeping the same energy for like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, who's doing like ridiculous, ambitious projects that I think we might need in the future. But, you know, right now there are more prevalent problems like hunger.
I think the thing is, I think the thing about that is they're not really helping people individually, like on an individual basis, like Mr. Beast did in his video.
Yeah. And like, let's look at it from a different perspective. What if that actually raises awareness for people to start helping out more?
That's what my thing was. Like, he's shedding light on the thing, because I know in the article it said something about he like did an interview with a doctor or the doctor that did it or something like that. You know what I mean? And that's just showing people that it is possible to help in different ways, or in, you know, like just like you said,
like it doesn't have to cost much.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
And honestly, how many people knew you can cure that? Before this blew up, most people said, "Oh shit, I'm out of luck. I can't see nothing. I'm done."
I can't even read this article to know.
They probably didn't see the video, but you know what I'm saying.
Imagine that this guy's like, "Yeah, my name is Mr. Beast. I'm gonna cure your blindness," and you open your eyes for the first time, like, who is this very generic looking white man? Is this Mr. Beast?
You're not a beast.
I don't want to pat myself in the back, but I did know about the surgery prior to the video. Just saying.
I didn't.
Just because of school. I learned something in school, Mom, you know? I
thought if you're blind, you were just shit out of like you're.
Well, I think it's cataracts blindness. Mm-hmm. I believe it's not, you know what I mean? So I don't know exactly what cataracts are. It's people with the white eyes, you know, and that white in their eyes is why they can't see. There's a surgery where you can fucking basically make a slit in the eyeball and take that out and clear that out.
Oh, shit.
And that is what is. So it's not like people that are like, if you're born blind, I hate to tell it to you, bud, but you're fucked. You know, someone tosses you a basketball, you're going to be very confused as to what you're reading.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like that for life. But listen, cataracts blind, just got a chance.
The basketballs have bumps on them, though. Like,
yeah, that's, yeah.
All braille.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not braille.
I just say put your money where your mouth is if you're going to criticize something like that.
But it's also people that like don't have money to help people out, I'm sure, that are like, hey, he's doing the wrong thing.
I feel like
I wouldn't be doing if I had Mr. Beast money, I wouldn't be doing the same thing. I can tell you that.
I'd be on a beach, be caked up. Ooh, I'm living it.
I'd get surgery to get cataracts and then get it removed just because fuck it.
No. Did you want us to get rid of your blindness? No, put it back on. We'll
I like living hard on extreme, or like I like living life on extreme mode.
I like living life hard. I like living life hard all the time. I am not allowed within 50 feet of a school though, so.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to hell.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. All in all, though, I don't think Mr. Beast is, you know,
if I was in a position with that much money, I would help. I wouldn't publicize it, but that's my own choice. You know, it's not necessarily because I am fearing that I will be looked at as a bad person if I do so. But if Mr. Beast had that mentality, he would never do anything, right? He wouldn't do anything for anyone in that case. If he was,
yeah, it's like,
I'm pretty sure that has to be in his mind. Like, if I, like, how bad will I look?
Mr. Beast isn't like top 10 Forbes, right? You know what I mean? Like he's not
All the money he gets from YouTube videos, he puts it right back into the next video.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure there's way more people that are richer than him. Like way more rich people that are richer than him. You know what I mean? Who aren't doing dick with their money. No one's saying shit to them because they're not doing anything. But if they did something good, people would be like, hey, it wasn't fucking good enough, bud.
Or
Like
that's a tax write-off.
even if it is a tax write-off, like you said, he's just recycling all the money. Like apparently his plan is to just spend all his money before he dies.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's actually being circulated through the economy, like for better or for worse. A lot of the rich people that we're talking about have their money in assets like stocks, which aren't tax write-offs because they're not even taxed as long as they don't sell. So that money is pretty much circulating. You good, bro?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you had an interjection. I'm like, hey, Kev, you're the one that said we were going to raise your hands around here.
No, like a lot of that money is like being used to circulate the economy, not necessarily like to help out people actively. But,
Well, but it's still going into the GDP.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
And blind people can see.
They can see the numbers going up, you know?
Honestly, have you guys ever heard of Mansa Musa? I tried to talk about it last week a little bit, but I think we got sidetracked.
I didn't hear about him until you told me some of the topics for today, and then I looked into him. Yeah, he's like possibly he is one of the wealthiest people ever, like in the existence of people.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about, this is a good segue from Mr. Beast to Mansa Musa.
Mansa Musa.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but he was like the king of Mali. I think it was. I think that's how you pronounce it. In Africa, in West Africa, it was right off the coast, and a lot of what they have there was like gold. I think at one point he had like 50% of like the gold in the world or
Gold
something.
and salt.
Yeah, gold, salt, copper, like a lot of like raw materials like that. That's why he was one of the richest people. But I just want to talk about this one thing that he did. And when he went all the way to Israel, he traveled across Africa with 12,000 women carrying his gold, which is 12,000. You have that much gold that you need 12,000 women to carry it.
And listen, these women weren't like,
No.
these women were,
They were slaves.
they
dude.
were carrying gold. Like they weren't like, they didn't have a couple nuggets here and there. Like, no, these bitches were working. All right.
They were.
They were working.
They had to grind. So they went all the way across Africa, the Sahara Desert, everything, which is, who does that other than friggin' Ngannou, Francis Ngannou?
Made the trip 12 times just to get to the UFC.
But so he did that. But on the way to Israel, he gave out like 1.9 billion worth of like gold.
He fucking shut down the economy. He caused a 10-year recession from all the money that he gave out.
That's absolutely wild.
He single-handedly broke the economy,
Broke the bank.
on his trip. But that was his goal, though, because that's like a Muslim thing.
Well, the thing is with that,
Like, and all that gold he was carrying, he was giving it away. His goal was to give it all away. He wasn't taking it to buy Gucci slippers and shit. He gave it all away. He donated it.
he might have bought some.
I mean,
Might have bought something nice for
He bought
himself.
more bitches to carry his gold home. I need some bitches to carry my bitches.
they were tired from the first trip. Just carrying all that and giving it out. Just think about how much he gave out, and like that's like 1.9 billion. Just to fathom how much money he had. Think about how much money you give like a homeless person. That's 1.9 billion for him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It's enough money to single-handedly ruin an economy.
that was just Trump change. If you had that much money, what would you be doing?
Carrying people's blindness. No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be doing anything good. You know? I help my close peoples out, but I'm not too worried about traveling across the fucking US, giving out my 1.9 billion to the strugglers around
Joe
here.
Smo. Joe Smo.
Yeah, no.
I'd help out in any way I can, but I would make sure that my family.
See, what are you helping though? You say that you'd be like, I'm going to buy missiles for terrorists. You're helping someone, you know?
That is help.
I'll help any way I can. How can I help?
That's help.
Sir Bin Laden.
You caught my infidel plans. No,
Brian's
but
like, oh, they're listening. They're listening.
Like, if there was like a natural disaster in a country and I could obviously send money to help out, I would. But I'd make sure my like family and the generations coming after me would be like set, you know?
My close peoples would be taken care of. But imagine if like there was, you know, another earthquake in Haiti and you actually just sent money. Like you just sent helicopters full of money and just dropped it on the already destroyed country. You know what I mean? I feel like that'd be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
They're not going to say no. They're just going to look at it a little
I think
weird.
you'd start mass riot.
Now you're going to be under heat like Mr. Beast. Like, why couldn't he just wire the money to him?
He had all his money dropped down and started
Street, just sent a care package of fucking guap down to Haiti.
He just started mass riots across all of Haiti.
Dropping supply drops full of cash.
More people died fighting over the money than in
the actual natural disaster. Yeah, that's
But it's kind of crazy how like West Africa came, because when Mansa Musa was in charge, he wanted to like, they obviously had slaves. The slaves were more looked at like family, like they were more.
Slavery wasn't like,
it was more peaceful and more like more servants that help, and like they looked after each other more than, you know, just a piece of property.
You know what I think is really fucked up?
What's going on?
That I never learned about this man in school. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, it's just like that you would think that would be a random little neat, you know, fucking this guy, all this money, this guy, you know? And I just think it's kind of fucked up, you know? I know it's not our culture over here or whatever, the African history, all like that, but, and I'm not even saying that because I'm black. I'm just saying that's an interesting tidbit of history in general. You know what I mean? My man's put Timbuktu on the map, literally, like dead ass. And you know what I mean? You know Timbuktu, but you don't know about no fucking Mansa Musa, you know?
You know what's crazy? Because that happened. He ruled like in the mid 1300s, and slavery started in like mid 1500s, or like the slave trade in 1600s. It's crazy, like in 200 years, how much like West Africa changed.
Because they mined all the gold and salt, and they're like, we gotta start selling niggas now. Yeah. All right, bitches, now who's the bitches to carry the bitches to the ship?
No, they really were literally trying to catch each other. Like in the neighboring tribes, they would try to catch neighboring tribes. Oh, you ain't with us? Gotcha.
No, sending them. You go with them.
You're not with us. You with them. Like that's really how it was, though. Anything for a buck. But most of the rulers in Africa at the time, it was a whole lot of corruption. But some of them were like, "Hey, Europe, you got to stop, you know, sending us stuff. You got to stop trying to take our people, because, you know, our peoples are gone." Yo.
Yeah. There's no more bitches to carry bitches out here. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop.
Honestly, it's crazy how much like a lot of the slave trade we don't learn. Like we know white people profited in America. We know people profited in Brazil and like South America and stuff like that. We know the people that profited in the Americas, but a lot of people profited in Africa too. But we don't hear that. We don't hear that narrative. We don't know about that.
Hey, niggas was busting jugs, yo.
Like,
you know,
slave trade was a trade. It was trading.
Yeah, and what's honestly pretty wild is that Mansa Musa, he opened up a lot of, like, he was in control of a lot of the trade ports in that Africa area, that West Africa, whatever the fuck it was. He opened up a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like, he gave people the resources and things and made it possible, made it happen, made it pop, and he kind of got the slave trade fucking going, you know?
I think it was more to export salt and copper and like raw materials more than that. And then they're like, well, like you said, we're all out of that.
Yeah.
Shit. Got to get something moving.
Hey, look around. What can we sell around here?
They just look.
I don't know, boss. I don't know.
Look to your neighbor.
niggas in here. It's a bunch of niggas in here. I don't know.
Looked at your neighbor.
Like, it's that movie shit. Like, wait, what did you just say? I said, I don't know, boss. No. After that, it's a lot of niggas in here. Exactly.
Get him.
Kind of wild how busting salt used to be back in the day, though.
That was good all the time. Every time.
But back in the day when it wasn't as accessible as it is now, because it obviously makes food better, but it also uses as
They're white people.
That is true. Take notes. But also used as a preservative. It's like no fucking see-through refrigerators back in 13,000.
I forgot
1300. Sorry, I don't know years or numbers.
I mean, we've been living so privileged with the refrigerators. I forgot that you only see that stuff in movies. You know what I mean? Like you don't.
Yeah, them slaves were eating salted fish, probably. Well, I don't know what they were eating.
I don't think they were eating much.
That shit was probably smacking.
I mean, if they made it,
yeah.
That's what. Why do you think fried chicken's so good? They made it. Slaves made that. That's slave food.
Fried chicken?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They were cooking it for massa. Well, those were the house slaves.
That's me and Kev out there. Let's go.
I'm a house
too hot
slave.
out there for me, boys. I don't know. Keep working.
I'm trying to get back in the house.
Keep it up out there, boys. You're keeping me inside. I appreciate it.
Y'all got it.
Can I help with the no? No, I can't. Actually, no.
They didn't even have AC inside, but man.
Oh, they definitely didn't have no AC outside, though. I can tell you that.
Ron, your thoughts?
I don't know if I can add to this. I respectively abstain from an opinion about the slave trade.
I plead the fifth.
We always talk about the slaves in the United States, but most of the slaves went to South America. You know what I mean? I think there's 12 to 13 million slaves in the slave trade. Just the U.S. and just America and Africa slave trade. Most of them went to South America. About 400 to 500,000 went to the United States.
Which they ain't have no honest Abe. They ain't have no Abe Lincoln.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Got to get you an Abe up there in the South Americas,
I'd say he's the second best president we've had. The second best.
Who's the first?
Barack. Come on. Nah, I'm cutting that.
Come on, Barack.
I like how no one ever talks about that. Like most of those drone attacks, they were like, oh yeah, they're precise. These are so precise. And but like most of the time they're just killing civilians. They might hit someone else, but like it was mainly civilians. They were just American civilians.
It's called collateral damage. The president is black and my Lambo is blue, Kevin. We don't care about drones killing civilians in a country that's not ours, all right? Keep doing it, Barack.
I feel like at that point, the target is the collateral. The target's the collateral. It had to be.
Hey, that's what Barack wanted. You said he's
let him fly.
Number one Pred missile kill streak, all right?
Get him.
He was just on that black Air Force energy, just like, fuck it, just make him hurt more.
Dude, every time I did any game, any Call of Duty we played, I knew, and as soon as I heard enemy Pred missile, it was coming for me. Every time. How many times did I say?
It always is the worst. When you just know, you see that little dot up on the fucking map, and you're like, I know he is not about it, man.
There's no way he's going all the way across the map. He started over there. I'm looked on the other side.
I'm watching 8 of my teammates run in a pack together. I'm like, I know he's not about to come for me. One kill.
Last second, skirt, real quick.
Yeah, that's almost how them civilians feel over there when Barack was president. It's like, I know shit is not about to come. You see him right there, right? That's the man. That's the target. Oh, here it comes right from me.
Spot on. Never miss. Never miss. All right. Let's talk about something that won't get us canceled.
No, let's talk about something that will get us canceled.
I think we're canceled already. I think
we can't get canceled if we haven't started yet.
You know what? We got to start getting canceled. No.
That actually might work.
Oh, I do have. Are we moving? Are we officially
Yeah.
moving topics? I do have a question about what is this Donovan Sharp thing?
So Donovan Sharp, honestly, I don't know too much about him. I didn't look into him too much, but honestly, I feel like he's a red pill figure in the YouTube space or streamer space. I don't know I don't watch any of his shit.
What does that mean? Because I watched 2 YouTube clips and
They don't
he
look
was
good.
talking some fucking. He was talking something, yo.
That sounds awfully familiar.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, but he's one of these dudes that claim. Well, I think he's getting canceled now because.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Based on the 2 YouTube clips I saw, bro, I don't know, man, just talking some crazy shit. I don't know.
I actually don't know who this person is.
I don't know, some black dude. And
First, what clips did you see?
one was like a short, like he was doing like a skit thing. I don't know, it was something on open relationship. I don't know, it didn't catch my eye. But the second one, he was talking about like, or his shorty was talking about how if she wants to go to the bar with her friends, she'll ask him for permission and if he wants to go. And he was saying that it's not my right to tell her whether or not she can or can't go. But if I don't go and she goes, then she is not a woman I'm staying loyal to. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes, he does like a lot of these red pill things, which honestly, I feel like they're so like random and so not even random, just so off the wall that they got to be skits. But I think he's like trying to be legit and trying to be about that life and all about like training his girlfriend or wife or whatever, his significant other, and training her.
That's a crazy term,
Which is-
yeah.
Training?
Yeah, when you put it like that, I can't really
This is a grown
see
woman.
that in any other light but negative.
Yeah.
Unless she's requesting this training, like if this is not a, self-defense training or something, you know what I mean?
You got a
Like,
master
like,
class in
Or
this?
through a school, and then they get like a certificate.
yeah, I've been trained by the Donovan Sharp.
Yeah, but he's just this red pill dude, and he's been called out so many times, like on the internet, and I just don't get him. I don't look at any of his videos at all. I don't do any of that. I just know this because people react to him, some of his skits and stuff. I don't even know if they're skits or if he's trying to be serious or funny or what it is, but it just sounds so off the wall that it can't be real.
I don't know, man seemed real fucking sincere in the video I saw. Like, it could just be a character. He was more believable than Andrew Tate is for me.
Yeah. Well,
I've only seen literally those seconds. Like, I watched part of the fucking first one that I told you I didn't care for. And then that second one, it was short, and I was just like,
well, I saw this video of him talking about like this experience that he had in the past when he was like 31, and that he was.
in his
I think that's his past.
I mean, I don't. He looked.
Yeah, I don't.
Black don't crack. He's probably fucking 86.
Yeah, you don't see it because he's always sitting down, but he always got a walker on. He always got a cane. He got something. But when he was like 31, he was like dating this 19-year-old. She had like a lot of problems. She had a baby.
She was some Riz, yo.
She had a. Well, they were in like the same class, so like they just spent a lot of time with each other. And, like, I don't think this 19-year-old hasn't made the best choices in the past. She has a baby daddy in prison. Like, she had a 6-year-old kid at 19. So at 13,
Damn.
yeah,
Do the math.
Quick math.
Wait a minute.
Quick math. So I mean, I guess things happen, but I mean, you haven't made the best decisions, and obviously you're a kid at that. But like, that's shit. Shit.
Her baby daddy was Donovan Dull.
It just clicked in my head.
God.
I was like, wait, who?
Oh god. Honestly, he was basically like stringing him along. No, she was basically stringing him along. Basically, he was getting played. Look, high key. Like her baby daddy got out of prison. She went back to him.
Damn, you gotta be sharper than that, Don.
She got locked up. Donovan bailed her out.
Which one, Dull or Sharp?
Sharp.
Oh, damn.
And then bailed her out. And when he was broke, he had to borrow the money to bail her out. Like, dude,
How
You
you
are
get a
not
bail
about to-
bondsman and you're not even on bail? Yeah, that's crazy.
So I think a lot of this red pill like bullshit. I'm just calling it bullshit
Yeah,
because
that's perfectly accurate.
I think it's a lot of it is just insecurity. It
For
has
sure.
me. Like what else could it be? Like you're projecting so much shit, and then either all these stories are fake, and you're just crafting this persona, or else you're the dumbest motherfucker to fall for that. For honestly, falling for that at 31, like maybe if you're like 19, early 20s, I get it. If you love this person at 19, 21, or 20s, early 20s, but at 31, no. You not. Nah.
So yeah, that would bring around to the fact that he was like trying to train women because of his insecurities. He wants like total control over a woman. That's why he chose a woman younger than his age, or like real
A
young. I'm
lot
not
younger.
talking like 2 or 3 or 4, even 5-year difference. This is like a 19-year-old with a 31-year-old. There's like a massive gap there. You know, like you're not the same person as you were like 19 when you're 20, 21. You're so much shit in life happens in that. Like it really takes a couple years past like 21 to really become an adult, in my opinion. So there's no other intention that I could like make up in my mind other than he was just trying to control and train.
She
groom a
was
woman.
she was single digits when he was 19.
Yeah, that's actually
That's fucked. That's fucked. Honestly, what do you guys think about people getting married, like young women or like early 20s or mid 20s or whatever, getting married to
Wait.
super old dudes?
Wait.
What?
But old women and young men? Was that the question? Sorry, I was lost in my bad math.
I was thinking the other way, where like young women and old men.
Isn't it weird that if it's an old man and a young woman, it seems
Yeah.
more predatory than a young man and an old woman?
it does to me. I mean, like I think there's equally bad on both sides, but like if you're a man at that age going after a real young woman,
Well,
like,
which is it though? Which is it though? Is it the young woman going after the man or the man going after the young woman? Yeah, or the old, look, this fuck. We're talking about like dirt old people, right?
Yeah, they're
Like, man, like shouldn't even
hanging
be
on by a
driving
thread.
old realistically.
Hold on, real quick about that, because not too long ago, I almost got rear-ended by this old lady
Yeah.
at a red light. I was stopped at the red light, and I saw her coming, and I was like, "Oh man, this is about to happen. This is coming." But like she stopped just in time, and I could see she was so close. I can see her in my rear view, and you know how like, you're supposed to have your hands at 10 and 2.
Mhm.
She had her hands at 11:59 and 12:01, right next to each
Old
other.
people don't have that perception. It does not exist. Shit, images just pop up. It's almost like a slideshow. I'd imagine being old is gonna be a slideshow of life because it's just shit. It's just happening. It's just appearing right before your eyes.
They cut out a few
a
frames.
PowerPoint.
yeah, literally like. Click, and today I almost
But it's like
rear-ended the
run on
station kid.
Windows Vista, so it's actually just like loading real slow.
You literally, yeah. Running Windows 97 over here.
There is an age we got to get rid of these licenses, right?
No, there's at least an age. Like once at a certain age, you have to retake your fucking driver's license test. Like that has to. I don't want your doctor taking your license. No, I want you to retake the goddamn test to show someone competent that you can still fucking drive. Because I work I'm a flagger for construction. I'm on the road a lot. If I die on the fucking road, it'll be a goddamn old person. It'll be an old person who can't who their last slideshow is me going through their fucking windshield.
Like, I've seen you one time, and right in front of me, the guy almost ran you over.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yo.
One time, I witnessed it right in front of me. I'm like, holy shit.
What I'd be dealing with.
Especially here in this city, like, people cannot drive here. It's especially worse here.
Preaching to the
It
choir.
gets
There's a lot of
brutal
old
during
people.
the winter. I think there should be like yearly evaluations on anyone like past a certain age,
What age? What age are we talking?
like 65.
If you retire, if you're not working no more, you gotta be
You need
tested.
to spend every other week going to the DMV testing your license, yo.
Am I in the wrong for that saying that?
No,
not
not
at
at all.
all.
No, I'm just fucking around. No,
I'm not-
100%. I fucking agree that at a certain age. I don't know exactly what age. I haven't gotten
I
there
just
yet.
threw
but
65 out there because like
65 isn't that old. I don't think. No, I think
Uh,
68 to 70.
Honestly, I feel like it depends on. There's a lot of 65 looking
Yeah,
like.
my grandparents
95.
are pretty spry, and they're around that age, like 65 and 69, I think, something like that. My grandpa might just turn 70, but they're
Well, they-
pretty spry. They can drive still.
Yeah, well, they
But
look
eventually,
good.
Like my great grandma,
Mhm.
before she wasn't allowed to drive, she should not have been driving for a while. Like, and she would drive me around, and I would be like
Hanging on for dear life.
scared, yo. Like, there's just a certain age, old people, you got to retake your fucking driver's license test. I know all old people, that's our main demographic. I know. So you're listening to this. Fucking
Mhm.
retake your drive. Sign the petition to make you retake your driver's license test.
I don't think they can see the words clearly, dude.
Go to Mr. Beast, get your cataracts removed, and then sign the petition. But sorry, yeah, that's my old people rant. I'm not a big fan of old people. I might kill myself when I'm old. Who knows? I'm just not. Old people smell, don't like it. Old people driving, don't like it.
Dude, even
Old people cooking, I'm for.
Are you old phobic?
I've had bad experiences with old people.
there's a lot of like cute old ladies though.
I'm down
All
for
right,
cute old
Kevin.
ladies. If they're nice old people, okay, that's mean old people. Mean old people smell, don't like it. Mean old people driving and bad old people driving, don't like it.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
can't.
and
You can't
honestly,
be
that's
old
just a
and
general smell that old people have that I don't like. That's like sure, whatever. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the cologne
just
for the
Joshing.
decade or whatever, but
You can't be old and mean.
exactly. No. If you're old and nice, I love you 100%. I might squeeze the life out of you when I hug you, but no, old and mean. I get it. You've been around a long time. You deserve to be mean, but don't be mean.
No,
If you
I
want people
don't.
to care about you, don't be mean.
Yeah, they shouldn't. You don't deserve it. Like at that age, I feel like you've been through like a lot of paths in life where you realize a lot of people go through shit too.
Yeah, there's also a point in life where everyone you know is dying, and you're one of the last ones standing. And I get why you're angry, but don't be angry to me because I
Everything
didn't kill
hurts.
anyone that you know.
Everything's in pain. Maybe that's what.
Yeah, no, I
Their whole
can't
body-
drive. They just took my license away.
I'm hurt all the time. I can't.
Wait, but hold on. How does that work though? An old person drives to the DMV to retake the license test.
Hopefully they get there.
it back, and they're like, "Well, bud, you can't drive home, and we're not calling you an Uber." So
Those are the ones that get to the DMV. You got to think about that. If they
No.
get there,
is that
Good
what, is that when you just call one of the old people bus patrols to come through? This is our
Yeah.
hourly DMV pickup for all old people who can't drive anymore.
oh, I thought of this. I thought of what we got to do. You know all the bird scooters that we have around the city?
Mhm.
We get 2 of them, put it on a walker. Bird scooter on one side, bird scooter on one side. Let them get onto that.
See,
And
but
every
see, here's the thing though: braking in 2 fashions. I mean, them braking. If they brake too hard, they're going over the handlebars, right? They're
Natural
supermaning,
selection.
and that's just old people on the sidewalk dead. 2, braking. Remember your issue at the red light? Lady almost hit you. Imagine
No.
you're just at the fucking crosswalk, waiting to walk across the street. You know what I mean?
I
You're
mean,
just trying to go to work, you know, and you get whacked from behind by this old lady, double scooter and walkered up. And the walker has to have tennis balls on the bottom of them. That's the only way I'll take my walkers. Future reference.
honestly, I never understood the tennis ball thing, but then like, my grandma had a walker, and then I put some tennis balls on the bottom. I was like, oh, okay, I see. You get some more slip. You get some more slip on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go around and slide down the hall on that motherfucker.
I can really get moving on this.
Yeah, no, the rubber pads, they break too hard, you know what I mean?
Might go over the top.
When you're stopping at high speeds like that, you know, shit gets dangerous. Got a mean case of whiplash last week. Ooh,
Brian,
for
you like old people?
Yeah.
That didn't seem convincing. It sounds like you said that just because you weren't sure which side to be. You don't know if you obviously know I'm on the side of, I'm not a fan of mean old people.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Honestly, mean people in general.
I would say I draw the line at like racist old people, like people who are just so stuck in their way.
Yeah.
They like think that their world or their view on the world is right with all that like racist shit. And I'm like, dude, you're about to like croak any second.
That's why I feel like it happens though, because you're like, listen, I got to get it all out before I go. Like I've been all this pent up racism is going to turn into not pent up racism. It's going to be
This is all
directed.
bottled up.
And
they're like,
this is directed racism.
I feel like old racist people are like grandfathered in.
Is that a pun? Is that an old pun?
It wasn't. It was not intentional. It wasn't intentional, but you know what I mean? Because they grew up in a time where racism was okay. So now that it's not okay, you know what I'm saying? Like
they're pissed about it. This is why they're so mad. Like I just want to be racist, and I can't be racist because every time I'm racist, my family leaves me.
Back in my day,
their morning routine is just wake up and just start thinking racist thoughts.
Back in my day, we had 2 fountains.
It was not a luxury.
All right, enough about old people. I meant for that to just be a quick tangent, but
Hey, listen, old people, they just get me going, you know?
That can be like taken out of context in so many ways.
No, clip that. I want that exact clip. Old people get me going. Old people get me horny.
Shit. I mean, you mean like, how old are you talking?
I don't know. I'd fuck a hot grandma.
I mean, how hot?
Like, are we talking about...
What is a hot grandma?
I didn't have anyone specific. Like Betty White, if she'd let me hit right before she died, I would have. But that's just because it's Betty White, though.
That's just for the
I feel
story.
like you're just saying that for like the novelty.
No, 100%, dude. If I got a fucking phone call and my caller ID popped up, fucking Betty White, I'd take the call immediately and I'd fly wherever she needed me to ruin her cheeks.
You think that was her Make-A-Wish?
Peach emojis.
You think that was her?
Did she get a Make-A-Wish? I think she is the Make-A-Wish. Like people, little kids, for some fucking reason, little dying kids are like, I want to see Betty White before I go.
She might go before you go. That's the problem. That's the problem.
I wonder what would ever happen if like some kid in Make-A-Wish was like, yeah, I want some pussy.
Oh yeah, there's no way some little terminal illness kid has not been like, yo, nurse Rodriguez, come on, I need them Latina cheeks all over my terribly sick face.
There had to be one that made that.
There's
wish.
multiple.
There definitely was one.
There's no way with the internet nowadays that there's not some crazy Make-A-Wish fucking request, bro.
Honestly, if you were in that situation, do you think a nurse would let you?
Ooh, I didn't know where you're going with that.
They might laugh it off. Be like, oh, you silly kid.
I don't think a nurse would want to turn into a pedophile just to...
For a Make-A-Wish, man.
Yeah, and she's like, no, Judge, I got to make a wish. Can I?
What's fucked up? What's more
fucked
fucked up?
These charges, come on.
What's more fucked up?
No, telling them no while his life support gets cut off.
And meanwhile, she says yes, and while reaching for the plug.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah. So it'll be the time of your life. Beep.
Oh, we're going to hell, straight to hell.
That's fine, you know. I just hope I make some people laugh on the way there.
At least it's gonna be warm.
Yeah. How about the weather nowadays? You know, crazy. We're not talking about the fucking weather.
What else is there?
There's always something to talk about. I mean, I forgot all my topics. Oh, let's hear about this personal story with the passport lads.
Oh, the passport bros. Have you guys heard of this?
Nope. No, I was very confused when you sent it to me because, like I said, the YouTube search was not concise at all. It was a bunch of videos of other people like posting videos. So I don't know if it's like if they're a TikTok thing or like a streamer thing or like whatever. Okay. But I didn't care enough, to be honest. It didn't seem interesting enough for me to watch other people's videos on other people's videos.
Okay, so TikTok bros, it's like this dude that makes, I think, TikToks about he's a dude that goes to other countries to find a girlfriend.
Okay.
The way he portrays is like modern women aren't cooking. They're not traditional, but these other women that are looking for green cards or whatever to be in a situation to be in the US will do all that. We'll do everything like that. We'll be traditional. So this dude is going to other countries, finding a bunch of women, and like he's just posting all this stuff, and like none of these women look interested in him, and like it's so obvious.
It's the same as what was it, the 90 Day Fiance thing?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's the same shit. Just shorty trying to get a green card. Yeah, fuck, sure, whatever. I'll cook. Yeah, whatever. I'll do this. I'll do that. And the third, I guess. Just get me to your country. Get me civil.
Give me that green card. Give me a green card.
What is it called? Not fucking civilization.
Citizenship.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. Yeah, just give me the citizenship real quick, and I'll bust it down for you. And as soon as you get this green card, just do the dash. And go meet up with the real mans that you met on Tinder. That has way more of a future than probably this guy.
Yeah, that's crazy to me, but I guess I have a personal story. I never did. First off, I've never done this.
Kevin has married a Russian spy before.
She was bad though.
Svetlana over here.
Honestly, Russian women are fine as hell.
I know.
That's because they're looking for the green card. That's why they fine.
Yeah, but they're also probably spies.
They're lining up at the airport. As soon as you touch down, boom, line of them. Left and right.
I wish I had a good Russian accent.
Sukalbiyat.
Yeah. But my personal story, first off, I am not a passport passport boy. I ain't out there with that. But
I'm a passport boy. I'm just trying to make it.
But this happens a lot in like Asian cultures. I feel like your mom probably did this too. My mom would always tell me like, Kevin, you need to go back to Vietnam and find a wife. And like my aunt. Dude, I remember you roasted the fuck out of me one time for saying aunt.
It is
you and Kyle. You're just shitting on me. I said it on. One time when I think in like 8th grade. That's because I was so used to saying aunt.
I feel like I vaguely remember this. I'm not gonna lie.
I said it came out. I don't even think I finished the word, and you guys immediately are on me for that.
Well, even when you just said it now, I was like, on. Okay, we're getting fancy in here, huh?
I got fucking PTSD from that moment, yo.
Well, I'm sorry.
That was the exact moment you clapped your hands together and said, "Boy."
Just say aunt. Hold up.
There's a U in there. I made this exact argument. There's a U in there for a reason. But
oh yeah, I'm sorry for peer pressuring you out of your pronunciation of aunt.
But my aunt, whatever you want to say.
No, whatever you want to say.
Whatever I want to say. I remember her exactly saying, American girls aren't gonna cook, aren't gonna clean. She said this to me years ago. This wasn't recent. She wasn't on no Andrew Tate shit. She said this years ago before. She was the first Andrew Tate.
That's a crazy image.
But she told me, my aunt told me this. Fuck, you got me all in my head about that now. My aunt told me this, and I was like, I don't know. I'm not really trying to look for all that and do all that. But
it seemed like a lot of work. Yeah. Just for the chance at finding a wife,
My mom and my aunt, like, they're so about that and like finding a Vietnamese girl and keeping that in the family.
Culture,
yeah, keeping that culture in the family. I don't know. Has your mom ever?
Yeah, actually, she has this. Yeah, she had this conversation with me multiple times. She's like, basically the same as what you said, along the lines of the American girls are lazy, they won't cook or clean, or like do any of the real work around the house.
Do they have a meeting? Do our moms have a meeting and just, hey, we should really get them?
It's just a Facebook group.
I can't really disregard their point of view because they work with a lot of women.
That's true. Yeah, they get a lot.
And I can't help but find some truth in that statement too. I'm not going to like go over there and select a Vietnamese girl that will do everything in my house. I'd like to contribute equally, but at the same time, I look at all the modern women around me and I'm just like, she might have like a point or two about this because I don't have any personal experience beyond that. If I find like, it doesn't matter what like race or ethnicity, honestly, if they just contribute, then I will contribute too. But you got to like definitely think about why they're saying that. I don't know if it's about keeping the gene pools the same or anything like that, but more or less, there is a sense of it. I think they're trying to get on about like entitlement, basically. American privilege versus like
anywhere else in the world. Yeah.
I don't know. I might be like wrong in saying some of the things I said, but
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're necessarily wrong. I think being brought up in America is just, there's definitely going to be a lot of differences there's first world privilege. There's a struggle that you're never going to see here that you see in most of the world.
Yeah, if you've been to Vietnam before, you know that there's old ass people working 18 hours a day just to be able to eat for that day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were on the streets hustling hard, and you can see that they're like malnourished and they're just trying to get the next meal. And so I think that's
Mr. Beast, pop up.
Yeah, well, man, swing them in Vietnam one time.
That ass should slide through. Come on, yo.
I don't think they let them
side.
in.
It's not complete. I do want to go to Vietnam. Like, not to find a wife. I mean, if I find a wife in Vietnam, then
That's poor
they-
boys.
Let's go. Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
I'm not personally a chef, so I definitely would like a woman that can cook good.
Well, see,
Like,
now, I feel like I share your sentiment on it, where I would like to contribute and also have contributions made. But I'm bouncing around the points here, but I am kind of a chef. I put air quotes around that because it's not a real fucking title, but
I mean, you've cooked and you cooked for me before, like you cooked. Well, not even cooked. You grilled and shit like that, and so
that's
like,
cooking.
Yeah. But I've seen you cook. I've seen you do stuff like that, and like not even for me, but like for like a whole like event and stuff like that, and like
I do like cooking more for
like a party or something like that.
I like cooking more for other people than myself, to be honest. It's just a hassle, I think, to cook for myself. I do because I fucking got to eat, but
Yeah, there's something more satisfying when someone else enjoys your food.
No, 100%. Yeah. It's appreciation,
And you didn't kill it that day.
Thank
I
you.
remember
Thank
that.
you.
No, you killed it.
Probably the burgers that I forgot for the first 10 minutes of the game. It's all right, though. They cooked well.
I'll help with the cooking. I'll chop and prep the stuff. I'm just like personally,
Sous Chef Brian, okay.
like besides cooking an egg and maybe like ramen noodles or like the occasional like spaghetti, or I can cook for myself. I just prefer if a woman knew how to do it and do it real good,
Brian,
because I
do?
can handle the other stuff in the house too. I can like sweep the floor. I can do what she doesn't particularly like doing as much as she like cooking.
Well, what if she don't like cooking?
Well, I'm sorry, we're not compatible. Like,
Brian's like, listen, it hit everywhere else, you marked all the boxes, but you can't bust down a good pho, so I'm not with it.
Yeah, it's just, I guess that's the values I've been like raised to like observe and see in my household.
Honestly, yeah, because my mom was always cooking. Your mom always be cooking. Like your mom always be cooking. So like,
it's not unreasonable. No, I don't want to say request, or I also don't want to say requirement, but for lack of a better term, requirement.
Why is it wrong for men to have requirements but not women?
Because it's not even a requirement. Isn't it more of a standard? You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't completely break the bank for me. Obviously, for me specifically speaking, just because I do enjoy cooking, and I wouldn't mind being the main one who cooks or whatever. But I'm just saying it because it doesn't just fall under the cooking thing. You know what I mean? Like, if I also hold on. I don't want to get too ahead of myself here. Continue what you're saying.
What was I saying?
Why can't men have?
Oh yeah, I feel like a lot of men, like nowadays, if men said some of the things that I don't know, if men said what they wanted, they would be shamed. They would be ridiculed out the fucking.
They are. You're saying what? Like, this is not a realistic thing that goes on every day. They are. You know what I mean? And I feel like it has a certain connotation to it. You know what I mean? Like.
It's like taboo for men to say what they want.
Yeah. But a woman could be like, nah, you're too short. Even though you're 6'8".
Like praised for what they want, no matter what.
The things that women say they want are there are things that a lot of men can't control, like height,
stilts,
size, like a lot of things that are out of control for a man to like control.
When you say size, you mean what? Cock size?
Yes.
Why didn't you just say cock size?
No. I don't know. Keep it PC for me.
No.
Nothing we've said has been PC.
Okay, well, like, yeah, dude, they'll like talk about how you're like not slanging big enough, or you know what I mean?
You want that hammer I need.
They want us to like do everything and then settle for less, basically.
I like how they can say you're not big enough. Meanwhile, they out there with a fucking bucket. Just
what the
echo.
Yo.
Does anyone know?
It's
Basically, like surface level things. That's what turns me off when like women are talking about that. If they like talk about how they want surface level things like height, what size you slang in,
Yeah, it's just,
what's your you don't make six figures, out of here, like type shit.
I feel like most women aren't
No
like,
real values.
I feel like most women aren't like that though.
100%.
No, that's just what
100%.
social media has been like portraying. I know,
Yeah,
like
but that's also like I don't know, social media, women and men. I look through the same glass at, like, not. It's a terrible representation, you know, and it's
like-
just, but it's like this. That's the stereotype that everyone goes with when talking about subjects like this. You know what I mean?
I feel like no matter what, if you see it on the internet, it's probably the extreme.
Yeah, or someone
Or close to
someone
it.
could just be trolling. You know what I mean? That's another thing. It's hard with text. You know what I mean? What I'm saying, like when you're reading text, it's hard to. If I'm being sarcastic over a text message or in a tweet or something, and you're just reading that, you're not going to get it really. You know what I mean? Unless there's a specific whatever. But if it's just plain text, it's going to be difficult to. Oh, is he fucking around or not? You know?
Yeah, I remember I was texting this one girl and she said to me, you think you know everything, don't you? And I said, actually, I know everything.
well, actually,
That's why I'm not gonna lie. I have just a little side thing. I have switched to with specific things that I know won't go through text well. I've been sending voice memos. Just so there is no, so you can get the inflection in my voice. You can hear the smile on my
this man
face.
has it figured out.
Yeah, that's next level because I just be digging myself, digging my grave, bro.
Well, yeah, it's happened one too many times for me. Because after you send it, you're like, that's not a good look. But I'm not, I can't do anything. Well, nowadays I guess you can delete a text, but
He just has to add that addendum. Just in the voice memo, be like, my bad, that's not how I meant to come out.
But it's more with that way with people that you don't really talk to. You know what I mean? That don't know how you inflict things and how you really, like when you first meet someone or get their number or whatever, fucking match them on Tinder, whatever it is. You know what I mean? There's not that. You got to still
Like you're
feel that part
tiptoeing.
out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I was not tiptoeing. I was stomped a yard. Chris Brown.
Oh, that's funny. Do you guys have any qualms about being a house husband? Like if your wife, made plenty enough money to sustain the both of you so you didn't have to work, would you have issues being a house husband, carrying out all the household duties, cooking, cleaning, kids, whatever?
I honestly wouldn't mind it, but I just feel like I got to do something. My mom, my dad, they work all day. I've seen that. I've grown up seeing that. Like I need to do something. Like I can't just do nothing.
I feel like that's a man's prerogative. We don't really want to just sit there and do nothing, especially
You
when
can do
it's
something though. Get a hobby. You can do something creative. You know what I mean? Could do a podcast.
yeah, I wouldn't really be a house husband. I'd be working in the house, I'd be making bread in the house.
You're churning butter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got to do to make money, I guess.
He's like, I've been harvesting yeast for years now for this specific occasion.
Oh wait, you actually meant making money. I thought you meant literally making bread. You know what? Whatever.
I don't think I'd really. I don't know. I feel that though because I can't not do nothing. But like I said, there's other shit to do in life. It's kind of like a weird free.
Especially if I had kids, I would not mind it.
That's another because that's the caveat with it though because I just personally don't know how I feel about children.
You don't want
having
kids?
them. I'm not sure yet. Haven't gotten that far. Well, I have gotten that far, and I don't know. That's where I'm at. I'm very much in the middle. I guess if I met the right, shorty, but
You never know what could happen. It's
it's just
2023.
definitely not my main prerogative right now.
Same. I feel the same way about kids. Wait, hold on, Brian. What we? Oh wait, we did talk about.
No, I basically agree with what you said.
I don't think I would want a kid. Actually, no, I definitely do want a kid. Not now, of course, but down the road, I would love to have 2 kids, a girl and a boy. How am I can control that? I'm just gonna have a girl and a boy.
So you just gotta when you have the gender reveal party, you just gotta tell them, listen, this one's a girl and this one's a boy. There's no fucking questions being asked. Did you talk to the doctor yet? No, I didn't talk to the fucking doctor. I just know. All right.
Wait, but that girl has a. Yeah. What about
What
it?
year is it? What year is it?
What about it?
Are you gendering my child?
Yeah. You scumbag cake designer. You just misgender my child.
I'll have you know, my child is a fucking Atari gaming console.
Yeah, I don't even have a kid.
Yo, I told that same girl that my pronouns are Carrig and traffic cone. Carrig / traffic cone.
I'd be making coffee and I'd be fucking shit up.
Bro, I was saying the wildest shit. I remember I told her this story about my grandpa. And my grandpa, before he passed, God rest his soul, he had one arm, no legs. So
I have to ask. Was
yes.
that from
Yes. Yes, Zach, yes.
Scoreboard? Let's go. Sam, I'm sorry. Go on.
All right. So I remember one time he was trying to whoop me. This was we grew up in different era.
I love the trying.
Well, let me get to the. He was trying to whoop me. I was running away, and I hopped up on the bed and looked at him, and he couldn't do nothing about it. Oh man, I felt like I won the day, but I was looking at him like, damn, shit.
It's like eventually someone mobile is gonna come home and get you off that bed for me.
Like looking back at it, like that was fucked up. I should have just took that ass beating because I probably deserved it. You know what? I definitely deserved it. And after that, I should have had 2 more. Like, damn.
You gotta learn loopholes in life, though. You know. So I got up in the middle of the kitchen table and he couldn't do shit about it.
And don't work harder, work smarter, baby. We out it.
This man said modern problems require modern solutions. Get with the fucking time, Zoomer. Boomer.
So I ran up the stairs real quick and just looked at him from the 3rd stair, all menacing. Like,
hold on. Have you guys all been beaten as a kid?
I've been struck one time.
Dude, I grew up getting beaten. I think it's an Asian thing, but like
it definitely is.
It was a different time.
That's the FOB Asian culture.
Ooh, fresh, super fresh off the boat.
Yeah,
right. First step. Whack. That's what
I
that
won't
was.
carry that energy with my kids, but I'll just.
Some kids need beat though. I'm not gonna lie. I've been struck one time, a singular time.
Did you deserve it?
Yeah. Have you guys seen Friday?
Yeah.
Brian, the movie Friday?
I don't think.
Well, there's a part in that movie, and it's a commercial for a chicken spot. And the slogan is chicken so good make you want to slap your mama. And I, being an avid watcher of the movie Friday, when the part was coming up, I was saying, and I turned around to my mom and I cocked my hand back. In my mind, I was not going to hit her. It was a feint, you know? She didn't see it that way.
No.
I cocked my hand back and she fucking whacked me. And
she already had her hand cocked.
And then she started crying. It was the only time I've ever been hit. Deserved it? Yes. And no, but yes. But I do stand on the fucking stone of some kids need to be beat. Especially nowadays, I've seen some kids that's like, I don't want to hit your kid and I wouldn't hit your kid. I don't know if I'd hit my kid just because that's a bad look. But, you know.
I feel like there's a line that once crossed. Like if you're a fucking kid and you do some badass shit, I'm talking like you put other people's life in like danger, or you're doing some like real fucked up shit like robbing from your grandma or some shit. Yeah. I feel like that's grounds for like.
Oh, 100%. Like at least one good one. One good one.
Man, no evidence left. You know what I mean? I don't want you to go into class and.
Or like that kid at that point to mentally process anything other than like a physical reaction, you know?
In that situation, isn't that more on you?
Yeah, because the foundation of the child is fucked at that point. You know what I mean? Like, because you're talking, there's obviously things that can be fixed early, you know what I mean? But at a certain point, it is kind of just on you as a parent and to your fingers crossed that what you can do after a certain point will fix it. But, you know, I guess the best thing to do is just make sure your kid grows up in a, nice household with a good childhood that doesn't imprint them negatively. Because I feel like that's what most of kids acting out is, you know what I mean? Is the parents fucking lacking.
Not to get deep into like my personal life or to make you guys feel bad or anything, but I definitely was like beat one time because I fell off a bike.
Better balance next time, Brian.
That's a negative and a negative that doesn't collude together. Like, what did I do wrong other than fuck my shit up on a bike, So.
But in math class, 2 negatives make a positive.
That is true. And I'm done on that topic.
Did you ever fall off that bike again?
Yeah.
Well, shit, never mind. If you didn't, I was like,
I can't.
Maybe you became the best bike. Maybe you're Neil Armstrong. Next Neil Armstrong after that. I don't know. Maybe it pays off. But honestly, I don't think hitting your kids pays off at all.
No.
I don't think it does any good.
Your kid would have to do some real wild shit to even justify that nowadays. It's almost never worth it.
I feel like kids have so much power, which is wild. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my parents are hitting me. Like, and nowadays, you know what I mean? Because I remember a story with my grandma and my mom's brother. And, my grandma was not a lovely woman. Like, she was, but she also fucking didn't take any shit. You know what I mean? She's raising 3 kids. There were some beatings going on in the house, It
was a different time, too.
And she was beating my uncle. And he was like, I'm going to call the cops and tell them that you're beating me, you're abusing me. I said, fucking go ahead. Called the cops. They get there. They basically laughed at him and asked her if she wanted them to beat him. But nowadays, you know what I mean? I feel like it's more he said, she said, and there's not like real evidence. I feel like this is what some parents are afraid of. You know what I mean? I don't know any real life applications for this, but I just feel like kids have a lot of power and there's a lot of I feel like the internet makes sneaky kids.
I feel like now, well, we grew up in a time where we were like at the edge of where it was turning. Like this shit was getting out of hand.
There is a difference between getting beaten, getting abused. Like, you know what I mean? You fuck up, you get hit, that's on you. You know what I mean? But that is not child abuse.
Yeah.
We are not excusing child abuse at all.
Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah, there's a defined difference. Now, obviously, that line can be crossed. Sometimes it does, and that deserves
ice cream. That's when you get ice cream afterwards. You're like, wow, you're being very nice right now.
I feel like adults know when they cross the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something I feel like it's like equivalent to.
Yeah, let's switch the top.
I feel like it's equivalent to a post-nut clarity, where it's just that post-beating clarity. Damn, maybe I shouldn't hit him that hard. Maybe I shouldn't hit him that hard. Like, like when I don't have any siblings, but I just know with my friends and stuff when I was young. When you hit someone and you're like, oh. You're like, oh, that was too hard. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's not even that bad. And then you're trying to console them. That is like, that's abusing 101, though. I'm not going to lie.
I feel like, well, a lot of our parents did it just because like it was trauma. It was past trauma. And
that's also just what they grew up in. That's just how shit was done. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember my mom whooped me so bad. My grandma felt bad.
That's a generational whooping right there. That's just,
you know what I'm saying? I'm cutting this out, but
yeah, she just had like
she brought the my grandma brought the trauma onto my mom, and my mom beat me. But my grandma was like, "Oh shit, that was cross the line. That was a bit much." I remember I cried myself to sleep that night. Like afterwards, my grandma came in like in my room in the middle of the night with a hard boiled egg and started rubbing it on my face. I'm like, "Is this is like some old timey remedy? I don't know what this is, but maybe ice would have did."
No, that's the ancient remedy for a hand slap mark into the face. Is the
intention is what mattered there.
Plot twist. She operated the beating. She was, listen, hit him hard one time. I'm gonna go rub this egg on his face, and he's finna love me.
She had the egg pre-boiled. All right, we gotta switch the topic. We're cutting all that.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you should cut that. But if you want to cut that for whatever, that's fine. But that was a nice. We had some.
Excellent.
Oh, you gotta keep it in now. You gotta keep it in now.
All right, next topic. What's the next topic?
Hold on, let me look. We got Kyrie and anime.
All right, we'll start with the Kyrie. So Kyrie got traded to Dallas.
He did?
Yeah,
I thought that was just rumors.
No, that's legit. Man, so I wasn't traded before Thursday. The next day, they were like, "Fucking to Dallas, you go."
I thought he was like a power move for like, he wanted a different, like he wanted to get paid. Like I thought it was like a negotiation tactic. Like, either you pay me or trade me or like do some. But man, he was really about it. I'm surprised he went to Dallas though.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why he went to that.
No, because he saw Luka ball and he's like, "Fuck that
shit." It's gonna be hit or miss, though. I mean, I think it's gonna be hit or miss.
I think that's gonna be a hit. Kyrie and Luka.
I mean, I don't think they really need any.
Kyrie can attack the paint and just pass back to Luka.
Yeah, but they already have. Yeah, but Luka already handles. You know what I mean? So much is kind of my thing. That's unless you want to have them coming off the bench. They already have good guards. I mean, they have Luka and fucking. I don't remember the other guy, but like, I don't know if they're gonna. I highly doubt they're gonna be having Kyrie come off the bench. Well, I'm just not exactly sure how it's going to work out. It's going to be hit or miss. Could work very well,
But a lot of like Dallas fans are like, "Oh, finally, Luka has someone else to score."
Oh yeah. He doesn't have to take 35,000 shots and score 800 points a game.
Like he doesn't have to score 40 to win. Someone else, he can maybe score 30 and Kyrie another 30. 30 for 30.
I do think Kyrie's kind of a scumbag, though. I'm not going to lie.
What do you think about Kyrie?
He's just a bad teammate. Look at all these places he's gone to and said, "I'm never leaving here, never leaving here, never leaving here. Can't wait till next year so I can," you know what I mean? And then he leaves.
And then every time at least with the Celtics, he left the Celtics and they got better. Like that can't be a coincidence. Cavs.
I mean, they're on the up right now.
Cavs, when he left them,
that was wild,
they were trash. They were still trash.
They had also lost LeBron.
Cavs are good now, though.
Yeah, the Cavs are good now, but they'd also, Kyrie leaving the Cavs wasn't what...
Yeah, that team was built around LeBron.
Sense. That one made sense. Kyrie leaving Cleveland made sense. But that's just the first instance of, I'm never leaving. Because even after LeBron left, that's what he was saying. Then I'm pretty sure he went to the Celtics after that.
Yeah.
Now he's at the Nets,
He's with Dallas, yeah.
He's just ring chasing, though.
I mean, at a certain point, I get it. I'm just saying it's not like he's...
If he was ring chasing, he would have got a freaking
COVID vaccine. Well, at the same time, I get that. You know what I mean? I don't think that is not on my list for him at all. I'm not equating that into him being a bad teammate or a scumbag person. No, those are one and the same to me, a bad teammate and a scumbag person.
I'm just saying that if you're ring chasing, you would have did whatever it took.
To an extent, but you're not going to go against if you think it's going to affect your health in the long run.
That's the thing about it. The way he plays isn't going to help his health in the long run.
No, but I'm just in theory. I think it was more of that than anything with the COVID. It was just. I mean, limiting uncertainty with that.
If you're ring chasing, limiting yourself to what, home games only?
I mean, they still made it to the playoffs.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that really. I get what you're saying. You would want to play every game to the best for your best chance of winning, but like I said, they made it to the playoffs, made it deep in the playoffs.
Is Kyrie overrated?
As a basketball player? No, he's good as fuck.
Yeah.
As a human being that people should take opinions from, yes. Yes, I know that one reporter got heat for telling LeBron to shut up and play basketball, but fucking these people need to stop listening to Kyrie and let this nigga just play basketball. All right, he's an ex-flat earther. He's his sins have been accounted for. With that, he's come back on that. Like the earth ain't flat now. I'm sorry, but no, yeah, this man, you should not be listening to him at all.
He can say all he wants, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe he
wanted to, honestly, this is going against what I'm saying, him being a bad team. Who knows? Maybe he wants to get out of New York just because of the politics there. You know what I mean? Politically speaking, going from New York to Texas is fucking completely different.
Oh, yeah. The fan base is Yeah. Yeah.
Just with if he was in Dallas and wasn't vaxxed, I'm sure they would have let him go to all the games.
I feel like they just couldn't embrace him in
But
New York.
I don't know if that was a Nets thing or an NBA thing. You know what I mean? With he can only play here. I don't know that specifically. I just know that politically, specifically with COVID and everything, it's a very different climate.
Yeah, I feel like Texas is really gonna, or Dallas is really gonna embrace him.
Yeah, for sure.
He be saying some wild shit.
Yeah, and yeah,
Just off the wall.
that's what I mean. People don't need to listen to his opinions. Just watch him play basketball. Good at basketball, just not good at opinions.
Who is good at opinions?
Not Kyrie Irving.
Honestly, I don't think
One's
we
good
have.
at- It's literally an opinion at who is good at opinions.
I don't think anyone should be listening to us.
No, we have terrible opinions. I know I have bad opinions all the time. I'm well aware.
We recognize.
But that real recognize real.
Real.
Kyrie has bad opinions. Okay.
Real name. Please don't speak.
Um,
I mean, he was off the wall about that juice stuff, though.
What are you talking about?
I don't even know exactly what he said, to be honest.
You don't drink juice?
Juice, like
Oh, I
I said I'm only a drink kind of guy.
we refer to them as who's. We do not say
Yeah, we're
Who's-
Dr. Seuss in here. Yeah, we don't.
from Whoville. I'm gonna cut. We're gonna
Susan,
cut that out.
Susan might get mad.
We're gonna cut that out. I don't think you're not even allowed to say. You're only allowed to say who from now on. That's it. Pretty sure it picks up on like the YouTube thing. YouTube.
really,
Yeah, man.
like what the hell? It's
We're only talking about
literally
who's.
how he
Nope.
this
Oh.
ism.
No, Hoodieism.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tough.
Hoodieism.
Who face, baby? Yeah.
What do you think about Blueface and his relationship with what is her name?
I feel like he's a hostage, bro. Every time I see him, he looks unhappy. What's her name? I don't know. Missing Tooth Shorty?
Rashawn? Oh, I think that's what her
Something
name was.
like that. I don't know.
I could give less of a fuck, honestly, about like the name.
That relationship is so like abusive. It's so man,
You
it's
think it
going
might be
down.
for like sorry to cut you off. You think it might be for like just media?
But it's getting
Like-
physical and it's abusive. It's getting emotional, verbal like abuse. Like it's a lot. It's a lot for just a buck. But people tune in. People tune into that. Like it's a car wreck waiting to happen. I feel like the people tune into that just because we all know, like we all see that this is bad. We've seen this before. We've seen abusive relationships before. It never ends well. And we see it.
And well, sometimes when the abuser gets killed,
Well, it's shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I just tuned back in. I was looking at something on my phone. I'm sorry. I don't know who's getting abused, and
I mean, I
In
feel
what
like they
fashion?
both are in a
Both
way.
sides.
Yeah. So like, it's not going to end well. Someone's going to be
sorry. What,
Really hurt.
name the sides? I don't know.
a
I'm-
Blueface and
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I feel like it's not gonna end well. One of them's really gonna, like you said, is gonna end up, unfortunately.
Especially when your whole relationship is always so in the media. Like,
I don't-
that's something I always see them, and I'm not a fan of Blueface or fucking Missing Tooth Shorty.
I don't. Is she missing? I thought she just had a gap.
Is
She
it a
mi-
gap?
I don't
I
know.
think she's missing a tooth now.
I thought she was missing a tooth.
I thought it was a
What is
gap.
her name?
Something with the CHR. I know that. Yeah, I think she lost that tooth in the altercation.
With him?
Yeah.
Well,
I definitely could not stay with a girl if I knocked her tooth out and it stayed out.
they're doing all this for the bag. So like, you got the bag to fix a tooth. Is her tooth still gone? She's toothless. Toothless, baby.
Oh my, that's terrible.
Oh, yeah, this bitch is missing a whole ass tooth.
Oh,
Like, that shit is gone.
Is there like a reason stated?
In this quick thing, no, I don't think so. And I'm not watching her whole interview.
maybe she just not in the teeth. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of missing teeth.
I don't know. She either has some shit on Blueface, or the head is crazy without that tooth.
No, she has shit on Blueface. this isn't like the first time Blueface has shown this type of behavior. You go through I'm not gonna dig or talk too deep into this, but you go online, you can see multiple instances where he's clearly being misogynistic towards women. I think I've seen a clip where he forced this one woman to rip her necklace off, or he ripped it off himself to put this new necklace on. But this necklace was a family heirloom. So she was just there having to suck it up at that point.
Did he take the other necklace?
Yeah, he took it and then just threw it on the ground.
Oh, so she can get it back and get it fixed. And she just came up and fucking go sell that.
Yeah, but just the disrespect in that regard.
Some people are into that. Some people want to be disrespected. Some people want to be disrespected specifically by people with a certain status. Maybe like that. You know what I mean? Where you never know on the internet how people really fucking,
Yeah, I guess so. But
maybe that's what that relationship is about. Maybe that's why they're still in that relationship.
And why her tooth is still fucking missing?
Maybe,
Dude, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I just couldn't.
I already said why the tooth's amazing. The head's probably crazy without the one tooth.
Go to some crazy airflow.
Oh my god.
Yo, think about it. She don't got to go back up for air.
About it actively, actually.
That's a constant airflow. So, yo.
You ever go ahead from Shorty with a gap?
Probably. I don't know. Actually, I don't think so.
I have. And it's, to this day, still the best I ever had. And fun fact about this specific girl, she told me that one time her and her brother were arguing, and her brother called her Michael Strahan. Oh, bro. I don't know how I didn't lose it on spot. I was just like, fuck, that's so good. That's so good. That's ruthless too. That's ruthless. Oh my God. Also, I am nervous telling this story because I definitely did send her a link for our first episode.
Oh no.
So hopefully she's just not a fan and doesn't listen.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Because I don't want you to cut this either.
Oh no.
Oh, dude, that's fucking funny though.
Michael Strahan. What do you even?
That's what I mean. I don't know. You just don't come back from that. You can't come back from that. That's just a top roast of her life ever.
Did she laugh?
Oh, I don't know.
She
said no. She said shit. It hurt. She said it hurt.
She remembers it till this day. All right. Next up. On that note,
I do have a little bit of a random topic.
What's going on?
You guys ever seen Coraline?
I feel like I've seen. Is that the one with the? She got a dog.
And does not have a dog.
Okay, I have not seen Coraline.
Brian, have you seen Coraline? Let me get some cover art just so maybe we can get down to the bottom of whether Kevin has or has not seen Coraline.
I've seen some of it.
Damn.
Because I'm not finna watch it.
I mean, you should watch it. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. It's a very good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a stop motion movie. I think it's pretty dope. I'm not really gonna go through the whole rigmarole of the movie. I kind of.
Well, why'd you bring it up?
Because I watched it yesterday, not for the first time.
Okay,
but it just made me reminisce, and just because some of the themes and things in it are pretty dope. I feel like so. Okay, I guess we're getting into it.
Yeah, you gotta get it. You can't just say that.
So this girl, her family, her parents moved to a new place. It's this place called the Pink Palace. It's one place, but it's like 3 different apartment buildings. Well, it's 3 different apartments in one palace. The house is old, and her parents are busy. They're working. They write blogs and articles about plants and things, but neither of them like to garden, which is kind of, But it carries on with this theme of kind of contradicting things, So, she doesn't like the house, but when she's exploring the house, because she's bored, she finds a little door in the wall under the wallpaper. And she has her mom open it, and the key is like a fucking key, but the top of it is a button. and open the door, and behind it is just a brick wall. Fast forward to later that night, she's sleeping, and a fucking mouse wakes her up and takes her to the door. And the door's open. There's this tunnel, and she goes through the tunnel, and she comes out, and it's her house. But her mom is making dinner, which she doesn't do. Her dad makes poo-poo dinner, bad dinner, not good dinner. But her mom's making dinner now, and it smells bussin'. She eats it, and it's bussin'. And then we're just going to fast forward a lot here. All the people that she met in the regular place, are not boring and dull like they are regularly.
Mhm.
They're, fun. But they all have fucking button eyes.
That's scary.
They all have these black button eyes. And everything in this little world, is made to pull her in and fucking
keep her there.
It's called, her other mother is called exactly that. Her name is Other Mother. The Button Eyes mom.
Okay.
Her other mom is called Other Mother. And Other Mother is just some creature called a beldam. Don't know exactly what that is. Haven't done research on it outside of the movie. I don't know. She wants to eat Coraline, and she wants to give her button eyes and fucking want to eat her soul or whatever, something like that, to get power in some fashion. And
the children movie?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's fucking a terrifying children. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, but he ends up finding all of the missing children's eyes. I know I skipped a lot, but it's like cool. I said, this movie is long. And she ends up beating the beldam or whatever. But
that's crazy. That sounds like a good movie. I really want to. I really want to check it out.
Watch it, yeah, so we can actually get into it.
I'm probably going to watch it tonight. Honestly.
No, it's actually really good. And like I said, the stop motion is really good. It's all animated, very good. The voice acting is pretty dope. There's interesting characters, you know what I mean? And
is it a Pixar movie? Does Pixar never miss?
I'm not
when
sure.
You see that lamb come across the screen and step on the eye.
I don't believe it's a Pixar movie. I think it's no, it's not a Tim Burton movie, but it's in the same vein of those, like it was directed by the same dude who directed The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
So it's done that same vein. But yeah, it's a lot of the themes, like I said, her parents they write these articles and things about plants they don't like to garden. And the movie plays on the duality kind of a lot because, you have this other world that is a mirror basically of the other one. Perfect. But it's like everything that she wants that she doesn't have in her actual world, and you get the, like the ghosts of the past children that have taken the offer, you know what I mean? And have been consumed by the beldam. And it's a good story. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, it's a children's movie. It's originally a book. Mm. And fun fact on the book, it wasn't even going to be published because it was supposed to be published as a children's book. And the publisher took it home and read it to her kid. And afterwards, asked her kid, hey, was this scary? He was like, because every night she asked her, is it too scary? You want to keep going? She, oh, it's not scary. And then it comes out afterwards that it terrified the fuck out of the kid. But it was just so good that she wanted to know what happened next. So she lied to her mom and told her that it wasn't scary. And we got this fucking masterpiece. That is, I'm going to read the book as well. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's really good.
It's a good thing you said that because after last episode, everyone probably is going to think you can't read.
I know. Oh, no, I can. I'm literate. I promise you I'm literate. I have it tattooed on my forearm. It says I'm literate. It might be spelled wrong, but it says I'm literate. If you look at it from far away, you can tell it says I'm literate. There's 2 L's in literate, right?
I was trying to cough. Everything, just that laugh, the cough, everything just came out.
Literate, L-I-T.
Literate.
Yeah. But yeah, you should definitely watch it, both of you guys, I'm not gonna lie. It's a piece of animation just in general. It's very...
What's it called?
Coraline.
Hold on. Speaking of you should watch. Did you watch that video I sent you?
On what?
Johnny Harris, since y'all been giving me so much, y'all gave me
You
so
sent
much
a
shit.
video?
Yeah,
When?
dumb late. It was stupid late.
Was it in the group
think you were.
message?
No. It was in. I sent it to you.
Just to me?
Yeah, it was dumb late. It
I
was
did
stupid
not
late.
peep that. Today or like?
No, it was a while ago.
Oh no!
You
I
said no.
fucked up.
You actually told me you weren't gonna watch it that night because you were watching My Hero Academia.
Oh, I do remember this now. Okay,
It was a
fuck.
minute ago.
Yeah, my bad. Hold on. Actually, let me.
Oh, copyright.
I know. Hold on. I just need to get it in my YouTube history so I can peep it. No, I did not. I was literally on my way over here like, God damn it, I didn't watch any Johnny Harris.
But man, I'm telling you, if you watch that video, you'll understand everything I said and why I said it.
I got you. Hold on. What did I say exactly? Because you sent it to me and said, what's really happening in the Bermuda Triangle? That's the title of the video. My first response is, I refuse to believe that this motherfucker solved the Bermuda Triangle. And I haven't watched it yet. Maybe he did, so I could be I could be wrong.
You said the thing is, you said this all caps too. Said
That's what I mean. This motherfucker? No. A hand point and everything.
I visually saw you do that too. Hell, all right.
Mr. Beast, this motherfucker right here, he cured your blindness.
Mr. Beast is a good dude, man. He's good. I promise.
I don't think he's a bad dude. I just think it's weird that he has all this money and does all this shit. It's cool, you know what I mean? The premises and things, but I'm also not watching like a 40 fucking minute video to figure out who wins this island because they kept their hand on the car the longest or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Has anyone ever watched it? Actually, he has millions upon millions of views. Obviously, people are watching it. I don't get how it's so enticing.
Because they want to be the people who get beasted on. That is the official verb. Or when Mr. Beast does something for someone, Mr. Beast beasted on 1,000 people and cured their blindness.
Beasted right on their eyes.
Oh.
Welcome to the eye game. I will select 10,000 people to cure their blindness. The rest of you guys, well, shit, you're out of luck.
Yeah, imagine being the 1,001st person on the list. Like, fuck, really?
You pull up.
Blind Johnny, he didn't tab out?
How did he find those 1,000 people? That's what
that is
the resources, man.
there has to be like a
blind people meet. How would they know? How would they know?
It's not even just regular blindness though. It's cataracts. So like it's
Still
evolved over time. Like went from foggy goggles to dark. You know?
That's kind of crazy. Well, go blind like that.
Yeah, just gradually over time.
Oh my! I would hate it.
Every day you wake up, you're like shit. It's almost like you didn't clear the snow off your car, completely off your windshield. You're like, all right, I can see through this part, but it's just that in reverse. Every day you wake up, it's just less of the windshield that you can see.
Slowly freezing up.
Until eventually you're just like, you can't drive anymore. You're fucking blind, bud.
You're 65.
I wonder, what is even like, how does cataracts happen? That's more of a rhetorical question. I feel like we probably shouldn't get into things like that because I'm not a fucking doctor and I'm not the
All right. Anyone got any other topics? Anything?
No, I don't think.
Brain blast.
We have two black. Sorry, Brian. You can fix that. My bad.
No, I'm good.
We have two black quarterbacks playing in the Super Bowl. Apparently.
Oh, they're brothers, right?
What?
Oh, they were brothers.
No. He's talking about Travis and Jason Kelsey. No. So the brothers
pretty
are
cool,
the
though.
tight end. Very cool. The tight end for the Chiefs, best tight end in the league. Historically, probably will go down as the best tight end ever. And one of the best centers, if not the best center in the league. Okay, the best center in the league also. And one of the best centers in recent history.
Like Hall of Fame caliber players.
Yes, both brothers. And yeah, they were playing each other in the Super Bowl. Very, very unique situation. Very dope. They're not going to be playing actually against each other. They both play offense, but still super dope.
You just love to see stuff like that, though.
Oh yeah. Like imagine if we had a TJ Watt and JJ Watt Super Bowl. You know, that was just really just my opening for the game in general, the Super Bowl. What do you think's going to go down?
Honestly, I honestly think the Eagles are going to take it, but I never want to. After what? Not last week, 2 weeks ago, or after the
divisional round.
Like after the championship game, like I never want to count Mahomes out. Like this man just broke his damn ankle ripped off, sprained all the way to next year, gone forever.
So now can you appreciate? I was playing through 2 of those in high school, almost every year.
I remember looking at your foot and like, what the hell is going on here? Your foot was like 3 times the size of a normal foot.
I was the original Patrick Mahomes. I didn't play quarterback, but you know, D-line and O-line, not much fucking better.
Jesus. Yeah, no. I remember the first time you showed me your foot. Oh my God.
Dude, it was disgusting. I thought it was going to be ruined for forever. I'm surprised I have regular size ankles now. So bad. I remember the one time I showed some kid, he almost threw up.
Yeah.
And then he literally was like, that's why I stopped playing football, man. And I was like, yeah, you just don't fucking love the game, yo.
That was so...
Dude, I had to deal with it, yo. I walked around like an old man for months.
Whole foot just purple, black, blue, and purple, like the swelling on it.
No
it's
rotation.
Like burned in my. It's like burned into my memory when you showed.
No rotation in there, yo. I was stiff all the time.
Like just tape it up.
Yeah, that's all you can do. I remember the one time after the one game was I literally had a cast of tape. Fucking terrible. Anyways, enough about my mediocre sports career. I do think that the Eagles are going to win, but I do agree with you. And you can't count out Patrick Mahomes. And I'm not counting out Patrick Mahomes. I just think the Eagles are that good.
Man, that's crazy how good they are. Like, we all expected them to be
doing
good.
It right, and they finally got a competent head coach.
Yeah, he kind of like embodies Philly though. Mm-hmm. Like he was like the perfect match for Philly.
Fuck Philly. Went there one time.
How was that? How'd that go?
It was awful. It's dirty there. It's just not as good as anywhere else.
Get him.
And no one, when you don't see anyone out on the streets anywhere at all.
Was it quarantine?
No, this was fucking. This past December.
God damn.
No one on the streets. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. No one on the streets. That's a red flag. And no one got shot while we were there. It was just people just don't enjoy going out. The city's fucking depressing. Like it is depressing.
Honestly, about where we are, I feel like it's so blue collar that you can never get. Actually, no, there's definitely a lot of depressed people here.
Well, there's a lot of there's just a lack of sun.
Yeah.
You know, fucking a lot of seasonal depression going on.
I feel like it's a lot of like old school mentality.
Well, no, that is just, you just grind. Fucking don't worry. You're sad. Don't worry about it. Go to work. You know what I mean? We got shit to build around here, you know? Infrastructure needs built. You need to do it. Quit crying, motherfucker.
I do want to like, hopefully like, down the line, I don't know where this goes, but down the line, I want to be able to curate a creative space that isn't just that blue collar mindset here.
I feel like that outlet isn't. I feel like it's much easier to do that online because you don't need a physical space for that. I feel like you need people to. I feel like it's just harder to find people to support that physically in a physical location. You know what I mean?
Like, especially now, like there's in our city, there's so many creative people, but like we're so like ingrained. Hey, get out there, get to work, and it's that grit.
Yeah, but that's also like we were just saying earlier, though. I kind of want to do that. You know, if I like with the house husband stuff, you know what I mean? We all want to do that. If we didn't have that, like, oh, what else is there to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's not because I don't want to say that this isn't the right place for it. But I just feel like it's easier to do that in an online sense because the city isn't gonna, you know,
embrace really. But I want
even that. It's just that's just what it is here. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't want to change that personally. But I get what you're saying. it is nice to have a collective of creative minds come together and change something. But I have had some firsthand experience with what that looks like. And it's just not as many people are for it. And there's just not much of a, I don't want to say a market.
I would push back on that and say that a lot of people just don't think of it as an option. At some point, I mean,
people say that art is dead. You know what I mean? Like,
art is striving, whatever.
I agree 100%. I think I've said it on a past, on not uploaded podcast, but I love artists because I think I have coined the term autistically artistic. And that's what I am when it comes to, art. I'm autistic in my autism. I'm very good at it, but I respect others very much for their contributions to my eyeballs.
Of course. And especially like now, like you said, that doing it online is probably the best way because it's the easiest way to express. It's the fastest way.
I just mean to gather a community, a niche, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the best place for not just like spewing it out on Instagram or Twitter or something like that, you know what I mean? But if you're trying to do something like that, I feel like getting a group of people, like in a Discord or something like that, you know what I mean? Where you have somewhat similar creative minds coming together to better other creative minds.
I don't know, at some point, hopefully I want to be able to provide that outlet so that, a kid like me back in the day, I've told you for how long now that I've always wanted to make a YouTube. I've always wanted to do something on YouTube.
We were on the same train back in the day,
Literally.
Boom, check out my Rockshow game capture.
But I want to create like a physical place that it could be an outlet for that. For some
what do you
kid
want?
that
You
has
want
that
like
drive. I don't know.
What is it, like an exhibit or whatever? Like what are those?
Whether it's a studio or like some creative studio or something down the line. I don't even know. Just something where you can create, not be limited in any sense, and actually be like motivated or inspired to go for this. A lot of the reasons why I didn't go for it when I was younger was because, there's no way I can do that. There's no way. And I just want to be that person to be like, hey, you can do this. Here's this place. Go here and we'll teach you. We'll help you. We'll do whatever and do what we can to make this a thing for you. That's definitely something I want to do in the future.
Something to bring people together and bring the best out of them in a creative
environment.
Yeah.
Well,
I respect that.
Anyone? Anything else?
No. It's still tax season. Get your taxes done.
All right. Get your taxes done. That was Need That Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. See you.
Oh, fucking peep that Weeb Wednesday.
Weeb Wednesday coming out tomorrow. We'll be dropping that.